Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Illuminated Page. I'm Matt. I'll be your keeper. I'm here with Shawn playing Aaron Lockhart.
You know, you're gonna get it, and then I'm gonna have to change characters.
I told you, he's committed. He's committed to death.
I'm gonna read from this list now, so that'll make it easier. Roxy is here as Claudius Rumtree.
Oh, and I have David and I switched again, but I'll fix it. Yes, I'm here. I'm the one in the other one.
David is playing Dalphus, Professor Dalphus Hardgrove.
Hello, how are you, everyone? This is me, not me, her, me.
Yeah.
And then John is playing Jimmy Ray Sheridan.
Hey, everybody.
So last time you guys made it to Concudgery and were looking into, you looked into before you made it to Concudgery or at Port Headland, looked into a church there, found some dead bodies. No big deal. That's what happens. What are you going to do? Then you took a train ride to Concudgery and looked into a shipping or a expedition company run by Mortimer Wycroft. That went swimmingly well, and you're being currently held at gunpoint before we get into this combat.
It was like a submarine with screen doors. It went so well.
And
I'm
I'm not there.
Yeah.
Our combat
Jimmy Ray
guy
Sheridan
is not there.
And I'd like to point out, this time it was not Aaron's fault.
That is
Shawn,
true.
you have pointed that out on the last stream multiple times. I explained Claudius is out for blood, and he was tired of him and Han and trying to figure out if this guy was a bad guy, and so he just decided to ask the question.
He's a bad dude.
And so we'll figure it out, but there might be a way to get out of it. So let's just all
guns a-blazing.
Let's not be too hasty.
Yes, that sounds guns a-blazing. Hold on just a second. I forget what kind of gun he pulled on you, and I need to find that.
A shotgun. It's always a shotgun that they hide under the table. But you could just fudge and miss some of those rolls, Matt, if you don't want us all to die.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Wycroft. Before we get into this, sorry. Why don't we play that intro, Roxy?
Oh yeah.
That beautiful footage.
Roll that beautiful footage. Just making sure I didn't screw nothing up here. I can do that while the intro rolls. Just a second, y'all. We'll be right back. There we are.
Are we back?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Remember, don't keep up with the stream. The stream's going to be like 15 seconds behind. So.
Yeah, it's actually like half a minute behind. It's real behind right now.
It's real behind, yeah.
That's okay. You got a man standing in front of you, shotgun in hand. You also heard three men behind you come in, and when you kind of turn to look, all three of them are carrying kind of largish daggers and poised to attack.
All right.
Wycroft looks at Claudius. I think that's the best option here.
Okay.
Yeah. Looks at Claudius and says, "You sure are nosy."
Oh, well, I don't know if nosy is the right term. And I don't understand why you're pulling a gun on me. I said nothing threatening.
I'm sure that your interest in Mr. Carver has nothing concerning about it.
Did we ask about Mr. Carver?
You did.
Yeah,
you
we
mentioned
dropped
Mr. Carver.
I said Huston.
Oh, well then fine. I'm sure that your interest in Mr. Huston is not concerning at all.
Yeah, because we dropped Huston's name and what's his name from.
Oh, did you say Carver Hardgrove?
I may have. I don't remember now.
Either way. Alls I did was mention a name. I don't understand how that is threatening. I just said that you were the fellow that Mr. Huston had mentioned to us.
Yes, and if you talk to Mr. Huston, I'd be very surprised that you're not out at the dig. So perhaps we should get you out there. Why don't you just come with us? Make this simple.
Well, what dig are you referring to?
Oh,
Do you believe that you know everything that Mr. Huston has going on, and that you are?
I know that Mr. Huston doesn't come into town, and this is the only town anywhere near the dig. So for you to have spoken with him, you already know what dig, or you haven't spoken with him, and there are
out of
concerns
character
that
question.
should be
Did we have a letter from Huston? From something? I thought I had his name written on something.
Yes, you do. You have a letter
in the shipping book that we got from
no,
first town.
that had Wycroft's name in it. But I thought
that's
we
right.
had something written with Huston's name on it. Let me see if I can find
We
my
do.
notebook.
Picked it up at the Miser House.
No, that had Penhue's name on it.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Somebody mentioned Huston specifically, or else I wouldn't have said it.
Well, you did connect that Huston and Carver are the same person.
No, Huston's name... Oh, no, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
I'm pretty sure that
Well, Huston's name was with the device that was in...
Yep, a note from Dr. Huston talking about the device.
The Ithian device. But I hadn't made the connection about Carver anyway, but thank you.
Oh, I thought that Mackenzie had outright explained that Huston, and when you showed him the picture of Huston, he said that was Carver.
Oh.
That does sound a little familiar.
We showed him a picture. I honestly didn't say... Or I didn't...
I remember you asking us if we had a picture, so...
Yeah.
Oh, well. I didn't realize, I guess, that it was Carver. I guess I thought it was Huston. Or maybe I did at the time. I haven't watched last week's episode. Sorry, y'all. Welcome to the show. This is where we don't know what the hell's going on.
That's all right.
I have no idea
This is the authentic gaming experience.
It is, yeah. Well, it has been 2 weeks. What the hell happened?
Yeah, I don't have anywhere in my notes that Huston and Carver are the same person. But,
yeah, I don't either. So I don't think it was revealed.
Wah, wah.
Well,
It is now.
I think it probably was, and I think we were all in the same boat that we were just like, oh, I thought it was talking about Huston specifically, and I wasn't associating it with Carver. But I do remember showing a picture. Anyway, Claudius is going to make a play and say that we have a letter from Huston, and that, if we have, because we have something in hand, and it's like he doesn't have to leave the dig to communicate with anybody. He gives you things, does he not, that end up in Darwin? We just came from Darwin.
Through Darwin.
Well, so do I. And perhaps from Mr. Huston. I think you're presuming you know more than you think you do.
It'd be real simple to figure all this out. We'll just head on out to the dig.
Well, you take that gun, you don't point a gun at me, and we'll do whatever you want and call off your men.
Oh, they're just here to make sure that you get in the truck with me.
What's your gun doing?
He lowers it into kind of a ready position where he can bring it back up, but he doesn't put it down. So why don't we hop into the truck and we'll get started driving out that way?
We will happily go out that way, but we are not. This is not our party. We have another compatriot, and I will not leave him here to find us.
At this point, I feel like you have two options. You can get in the truck with me, or I can bury you in the sand. So those are the two options that I'm presenting to you at this point in time.
I need a layout, please.
Sure. It's Oh, good. Of course, they didn't give me a layout for this. That's not a problem.
I saw it as a desk, like a counter with a guy behind it, a skinny pale man, and then there's stuff on the walls on shelves. There's a door behind us. It's not a big place, and it was all like dusty and stuff because it was all hand me down.
Yeah.
And then there's 3 bulking cultists behind us.
Yeah, there's
Right,
a
and
door that the cultists came in that you guys also came in. Behind the desk, there's also, or behind the counter, there's also a door back there.
Right, that he came out of originally.
Yeah, but it's not a very big area.
Right, and then I was in front of. I'm in Aaron's nearest Wycroft because I was talking to him and looking at merchandise, and then
Sure.
Claudius and the professor were kind of working their way to the door. You weren't as near the counter, though, correct?
Yeah, that was my understanding.
No, yeah, you were at the counter, Aaron.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then I was farther back, and I at first was not associating with either of y'all. And then, I was just keeping out of the way. And then we had made some observations. I don't recall immediately what those were. And then Claudius was like, well, I'm going to drop a name and see if he responds. And he did.
I am not going to go and get in the truck because that is just going to lead to our deaths.
Well, it sounds like both options are intended to lead to our deaths.
All right, so if I got this right, we're in a bit of a corridor of a building. You have Wycroft at one end, door behind him, counter between him and Claudius. Then me. No, I'm sorry. Not Claudius, but Aaron.
Yeah. Yep.
Then me. Then Claudius. Then the three cultists and the door, or the door and three cultists?
They're inside.
Three cultists and then the door. They're inside.
They're inside. They're
and it's not like it's a long corridor. We're talking maybe 20 feet total.
Right, but it's not wide either. It's narrow. Like there's not a whole
Yeah,
lot of maneuvering.
there are a couple of shelves, like freestanding shelves, next to you. But between the door and the counter, there's a straight walk, and there's a little shopping area, but it's not very big. It might be another 15 feet
room
that direction.
to duck. And...
You could drop behind the shelves, but the shelves are probably going to take a shotgun shell pretty poorly, and it'll come right through it.
Game mechanics question. At this point, since he's lowered the gun and he's not as ready, if I made a grab for the gun, would that be a brawl move?
It would be a brawl move, yeah.
Are you a brawler, Lockhart?
It's not bad.
I got us into this. I can go ahead and continue to get us deeper in it, but if y'all want to do something, I will also.
I'm playing up to the paranoia, and I am not going with these people.
I've got your back whichever way you want to go. Just let you know that.
Yeah, I mean, Claudius is good for a fight. He was just going to try to talk this guy down, but
if you want to try and talk him down
he hasn't been able to roll a persuade roll. He's not letting me persuade him.
Aaron's getting twitchy. I'm about ready to make a grab for the gun.
And honestly, if Wycroft is like, no, I can't be persuaded, you're obviously full of shit, then that's definitely characterization. I'm just saying, I was hoping that I could roll a persuade roll. But you had already told me this week that he can't be talked down.
Like, I started saying that when he come out with one.
Can I get all three of you to roll psychology?
Okay.
No, that's a fail.
Yeah, what are you like, an 11 on psychology? Oh, mercy.
No, I'm up to 23 on psychology.
Oh,
but I rolled a 95, so.
I rolled an 8, which is a top level success, whatever we call that.
Extreme.
Not a critical,
nice.
Extreme. Okay.
Nice.
Hard and extreme, those are our words.
Yeah, yep. I love it because you always call him exceptional. I was like, David's really good successes.
Too many game systems to keep this straight, man.
Welcome to my hell.
So
I rolled a 25.
Did anybody was? Oh.
I rolled a 25, which is a hard success.
Okay, so Claudius and the professor, you both look like you can see in his eyes that there is no sanity left.
Oh, good.
He's got very intense lack of sanity, and that in his mind, your death doesn't really matter to him either way.
Okay. Well, if Aaron is going to go for his gun, then I'm going to look at, because I saw Claudius with kind of his hands on his hips, because that's how he talks, or in his pockets or something. I'm going to have he's going to look at I'm gonna look at Hardgrove just a little bit, and I'm gonna go. I can't think of anything witty. After losing the battery backup, my brain is like wit. But essentially, I'm gonna be like, you shoot him, and I'm gonna hack at some people behind me, and he's gonna reach. He's got a machete that lives in a sheath, essentially right at the small of his back, and the handle is right on his left side, and he just reaches back and pulls his machete and turns to fight the guys behind.
Sure.
All right, then I'm gonna grab for the gun.
Okay. Well, Aaron, you are first. You're doing a. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Yep.
I had to roll 2. Go ahead.
I rolled a 45, so a regular success on brawl.
That's interesting.
Oh no. Do you guys get
They
this?
don't have brawl, so I would have to go look up the derivation and blah blah blah.
Well, it's just
Or
fighting. It's just fighting.
They don't have fighting either.
Well, the base is 25 then.
Yeah. So no, you successfully grapple him. That does not mean you have the gun.
Okay.
It means you are touching the gun, and he will not be able to aim it this turn.
Okay.
Unless something bad happens.
Okay. Cool.
Sure.
Is it my turn?
Do you want me
No,
to?
it is not.
Do you want me to play
What now?
music, Matt?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, let me get the music going. I'm sorry, I just realized
if
it
you-
wasn't going. I've still got the link.
Okay, perfect.
So while she's getting the music on, I'm gonna grab the gun. I'm like, we're not going with you. That's not happening.
Okay. So the other. Sorry, I was looking to see if I could find the book that I know you guys sent me. I just looked at it.
Let me turn that down. Sorry.
Oh, that's why. There it is. One of the cultists behind you. I'm sorry, one of the fine gentlemen who's clearly not a cultist behind you. Advances with his dagger. He's going to swing at Roxy. And Roxy, would you like to fight back, dodge, or maneuver?
So I think he's going to. This isn't my full round action. This is just a response to him, correct?
This is just response. This is
He's-
when he goes to attack, you get to decide how you respond
I'm
to
going to
it.
try to dodge.
Okay.
And that is a 46 under 47, so it was a regular success.
Okay, so you dodge as he attacks because he didn't succeed at all.
Okay.
Also, so something to keep in mind, just since we're hitting combat again and we haven't quite grabbed this one yet. When you fight back, ties go to the attacker. When you dodge, ties go to the defender.
Well, okay.
So, on the type of success.
Okay, so I'm sorry, say that again. Ties for attacks go to the defender?
If as the defender, if you choose to fight back, ties go to the attacker.
Okay.
If as a defender you choose to dodge, ties go to the defender then.
Okay, cool.
So as a defender, if you're not really good at fighting, don't fight.
Right. That's good to know.
So-
Thank you.
Yeah. So after the cultist, Claudius.
Okay. With my machete, I am going to. It's not my best fighting skill, but I'm going to do my best to just hack at his midsection.
Okay. He will fight back.
Okay.
This is the guy that advanced on you, correct?
Yeah. The one that I'm kind of engaged in hand-to-hand with.
Sure. Oh, Jesus.
I rolled a 9.
I rolled a 96.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and just leave it at a hard success. I could spend a few points to make it extreme, but I'll take the hard.
You actually cannot spend luck on combat
Oh, that's right.
rolls.
That's right. You're right.
Yeah.
That was just me forgetting.
That's okay. We're all still learning it.
So that's a hard success. So, let me get out. Sorry, I left my good Cthulhu dice on the other side of the table, so these are my not great new dice, but there's new ones in
Do you
here.
want me to grab them for you?
I'll get them at break. These will work. I roll 1d8 plus a damage bonus of none. That's only a 3, but it's something.
3 damage. Okay. And then it is the professor.
Okay. So I am going to shoot Mr. Wycroft.
Okay.
I rolled a 12. Is at least a hard success. 15. So yep, that's a student success.
Sorry.
No, Duke is great. I love it.
I need to mark it up.
Can you hear him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's adorable. It's okay.
It's all right. Saul was doing the same thing earlier. You know, you said that he was the Duke of the Nerds domain, so he gets to do whatever he wants to do.
He's standing at the door at the top of the stairs where he knows he's not allowed to go, just screaming for no reason.
Well, there's another cat that he wants to see, right?
Or something, yeah. So yeah, you hit. Roll your damage.
10.
10 points of damage. Ooh, that's pretty rough.
I rolled an 8, so it's a D10 plus 2, so 10.
Yeah, no, that's
And what is it? What does the extreme success do for you? Is that like double damage or something?
that's a good question.
I have a book here. I can look it up real fast.
Or was that?
I believe it's double damage, but I'm gonna double check.
Extreme damage. Greater damage is inflicted if the attacker gains an extreme level of success. This only occurs if the attack is made on a character's turn and the dex blah 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 blah. If the attacker achieves an extreme level of success with a penetrating weapon such as a blade or bullet, then an impale has been inflicted. This means that the weapon or bullet chanced to strike a vital area, driving deeply through arteries and slashing crucial tendons and muscles. Apply the increased damage as for an extreme success with a blunt weapon, which is the attacker.
So you do the. I think you do the max damage and then roll.
Yes,
your
you
damage
call
again.
max damage and then plus maximum damage bonus if any. So yeah, so you do max damage. So you did 12.
He's dead.
Yay! I got a shotgun.
You shot him like right in the throat. Aaron. Good news is your sanity is not affected by it. However, you are sprayed with blood.
Oh.
Well, we were
As
buying.
he kind of, explodes.
We all have a little Wycroft on us.
My mouth was open.
A fine Wycroft claret.
So after Claudius or Dalphus is Wycroft, obviously is not going to go. The other 2 guys advance though.
John is having too much fun.
I get to listen in on all this, and I'm like, yeah.
Oh, don't drop that. Oh, man.
Click, clack, overboard.
So the first one attacks Claudius.
Okay,
Would you like to fight back or dodge?
I'm gonna dodge.
You are at a penalty dice.
Am I? Okay. Is this because
This is your second attack.
he's
because
engaged
it's
with
the
me?
second attack on you per roll per.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You know what? I can. Do I want to try to attack?
And so for those that are
Not
listening
really.
and are not sure while Roxy's looking for dice, penalty means we roll 3 dice and we take the lower of the score.
Yeah.
Yeah, it means you roll 2 percentile and 1 tens dice,
Yeah.
and you'll take the lowest of the percentile.
I did not dodge.
You did not dodge. Fantastic. He hits you.
Okay. Is he hitting me with hands or with like a club?
He is stabbing at you.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh.
If Claudius dies, I can never go back to see Rumtree.
I think none of us are going to be able to go see Rumtree again if he.
You're gonna take. You take 7 damage.
Oh.
Okay, well that's definitely a major wound, I'm pretty sure.
It's more than half, I would expect. It is very clear from his thrust that he is very strong.
Okay.
The
He's
other
with a
guy,
dagger?
yeah, damage bonus gets rough. The other cultist moves past you and attacks Dalphus. Dalphus, would you like to dodge or fight back?
Let's see. dodge rolls off. How does the dodge roll work again?
You just
roll
roll under.
dodge.
Yeah, you roll dodge. It's
And then
half your dex usually.
Oh,
Okay,
I
so
did make
my fighting brawl score is higher than my dodge score.
So
Yes.
I would
and
fight
so-
back.
Did you fight?
maybe if you roll your fighting brawl and you don't succeed better than they succeed, you will take damage. If you dodge and you just succeed the same level that they do, you do not take damage. But with fighting brawl, you have a chance to hurt them.
Okay. I'm going to dodge because my next move was going to be to try to jump the counter anyway. And put the counter between me and the cultists.
See, now
Okay,
when I
go
do
ahead.
that, that's going to look like I'm copying you because that was my plan on my turn.
I'm fine with you all diving behind the counter. That's fine. Go
We
ahead.
have
and roll more
guns. Let's
dodge.
get behind the counter and shoot at them. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
so. All right, so I'll do dodge.
Yeah.
That is and I can't spend luck because I'm 1 point away from a hard success.
You cannot spend luck. No.
So just a regular success then.
Okay. So you both succeed, get a regular success. He misses because you rolled dodge.
Cool.
And then we go back to the top of the round. Aaron, you are holding a shotgun.
Yeah,
And a man has kind of dropped. Actually, can you do me a favor? Can you roll luck for me?
sure.
Don't forget to check off those skills as we succeed with.
Yeah.
I rolled an 11. So that's
Is that under your
success.
current luck?
Oh
Okay.
god, yeah.
Did we give luck back at the end of last episode?
No.
Roxy, do you
We
remember
did not.
how much luck?
We did
Do you
not.
remember how much we're supposed to give back?
You just make a luck advance roll. You just roll.
Oh, okay. Okay. So let's before we determine whether or not that luck roll checked, everybody, including Jimmy, roll your luck advance roll. So you want to try and roll over your luck this time.
Yep.
If you get over it, you'll add a d10. We should
So
do
we're
this at
rolling
the
a
start of every game.
percentile and wanting to get higher than what our luck is.
Yep.
Correct.
Because it's
Yes,
it's
correct.
like you're leveling.
I rolled a
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, I rolled really well. I rolled like an 8. So
It
I'm
happened for me.
rolling like good rolls for success because I just rolled a 27, but that's not going to give me any luck back.
yeah.
I'm a
Fantastic.
brand new character with luck, and so there's no way I'm roll. Yeah, I did not make it.
Okay.
But
That's okay.
thank you for the opportunity.
So, did you succeed on your luck roll, Aaron?
Yeah, I rolled a 8.
Okay. As
No, an 11. I'm sorry, I
as-
rolled an 11.
As Mortimer drops, the gun does not get yanked out of your hand
Okay.
because dead weight on a gun, that's a lot. But
Right,
you
right.
managed to hold on to it. What do you want to do?
So if I roll over the top of the counter, will that burn my action for this turn?
No, you can roll over the top of the counter. If you try and fire it, you're going to be at a penalty once you do
'Cause you
that.
can't-
It'll
'cause you
just be
can't
this
aim.
round.
That's so. Here's the thing: I can't use a rifle. I don't have any points in it. So my plan is to roll over the counter, drop the rifle behind the counter, and pull my Colt.
Well, I mean, you still have a base 25 on your rifle. It was a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shotgun
okay.
rifles the same score.
You know what? Then let's try that. For this turn. I'm gonna roll over the top of the counter. I'm gonna point the shotgun at the cultist that just stabbed Claudius, and I'm gonna try and shoot him.
Thank you.
Okay.
'Cause Claudius is not doing well, y'all.
So disadvantage.
Oh no.
Real quick, let's back up for a second. Aaron,
Yeah.
do you have any training or can you roll rifle just by itself first?
Yeah. I mean, it's at base 25.
Yeah, this is about knowledge about the shotgun you just grabbed.
28.
This is not a combat roll, so you can spend luck if you would like to.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll spend the luck down to 25.
You realize that shotguns can carry slugs or birdshot.
And you
If
don't.
you fire at somebody with that and it has birdshot in it, you're going to hit anybody next to them, including Claudius.
Right.
So
Yeah. Not shooting. Sorry, Claudius.
that's you can still pull your you can
what
still roll
happens.
behind the counter, pull your pistol, and fire. I'm fine with that. You'll still be at a penalty.
Okay, cool.
But I wanted to make sure before I just had you murder Claudius by
Yeah,
birdshot
because
him in the back.
I'm really close. I'm really close, y'all. I'm
I
gonna
don't wanna
die
have
in
to-
this
I don't
shop.
want-
I did-
do
I
not
was
wanna kill Jewel
confident.
that.
I was confident Claudius could make it through this, but a 7 on a dagger roll
Mm-hmm.
was more than I was expecting.
Okay, so I jumped over the, hit the counter, rolled, stood up, dropped the shotgun, pulled my gun, pointed at the cultist that is attacking Roxy. So we're disadvantaged still?
Yes.
Okay.
Penalty dice. It's a
Penalty
penalty
dice.
dice. We're working on it.
All right, I rolled a 50. So I rolled, correct. So I rolled a 59 or a 69.
So you take the higher of the two.
69, which is a regular success.
Fantastic. I will roll dodge. I will fail at dodge.
Nice.
Go ahead.
He's engaged with me. It's difficult.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
9. So 11.
He drops. Jeez.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, Claudius.
Oh, I'm sorry, Roxy. You are also knocked prone.
No, that's fine.
Oh.
That was how I was
she's
gonna.
prone.
If she was prone, I could have shot with the shotgun.
No, you might have still hit her.
Yeah.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
it's fine. I was gonna.
When you take a major wound, you are knocked prone. That is something we need to keep in mind.
Yeah, I was going to roleplay that way anyway. That he kind of stumbles backwards because that is. I mean, he is covered in blood. Probably, if he was stabbed in the side or wherever. Yeah, he's not okay.
Okay. So the cultist drops. Claudius, the cultist that was the first occultist that attacked you, is down.
Okay.
What do you want to do? And you're also down.
Yep. I'm going to I don't even know, what is my move rate? It's a 7. So if I move on the ground, like, is that half my move rate?
So don't worry about your move rate in this situation. It only matters when comparing to other move rates. So if you were running away from something with a higher move rate, they're going to catch you.
Okay, no, yeah.
And vice versa.
Claudius is going
I would say you can scuttle your way over to the counter. You just can't get over it.
No,
right
yep.
now.
He's just going. He's probably he's a little wild-eyed and going into shock, but he's going to back up until his back is against the counter and fumble for a firearm. But I don't.
I will let you fire this round. If
You'll let me fire? Okay.
Yeah,
Then
that's fine.
he's gonna pull his sidearm, and yeah. So let's see what happens. I rolled a 7 under 40, which is an extreme success. So
I gotta
let's.
dodge. Hold on. You're shooting the one that stabbed you.
No, I shot the one that stabbed her.
And he's down already. You said
You
the one that.
You shot the first one that tried to stab her. The second one is the one that did stab her.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll stab
So
whatever. I'll shoot whichever one is
Still up.
is there. We'll
Still
go with
up,
the
okay.
one that's still up. Yeah.
Okay.
But there were 3 of them, right? So there's 3 of them.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot the one that's still up that attacked me, probably because that's all I can focus on. So that is with a 45 pistol. That is a D10 plus 2.
Okay.
That's a 9. So and that's an extreme success. So I do max damage.
Is a 45 is an extreme success?
I didn't roll a 45. I rolled an 8 or a 7.
Oh.
She's
45
shooting with
with-
45.
I rolled a 7 on a 45 pistol.
Yes. Then yeah, definitely.
So then 12.
It doesn't matter. He's dead.
Okay.
Okay, and then Claudius, or I'm sorry, Dalphus.
There's still one more guy.
There is.
Yes, I'm gonna take a shot at him.
Okay.
Claudius is frantically trying to put pressure on this
48.
wound.
That's gonna be a normal success.
Okay, you hit
9, 10, 11.
11 damage.
Yes.
He drops 2. Wow, so much for this going bad.
Yeah, no, I thought it was going to go way.
Well, I mean,
It helps that you had 2 extreme successes.
yeah.
On firing at people. Yeah.
But I will also say, I don't know if Claudius is fit to go into the desert now. So I don't think it went that well. I mean, it went well. Nobody died, but unless somebody can get to me and
I'm
do
I'm
some
gonna-
type of first aid roll or something.
That's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to hop back over the
Can
counter.
we all try first aid on me? Like, even can I try first aid on myself?
You definitely can try first aid on yourself.
But
I
can-
wanna try first aid.
Can only
I
one
just
person
got
first aid
a
me?
hard success on first aid.
Fantastic.
So what does that do?
It'll heal you 1 point immediately and remove the major wound. But
Okay, well-
that's with the understanding that the major wound will only remove if you spend the rest of the day resting. Walking around a little bit isn't going to be a big deal, but if you do anything exerting, the major wound's going to come right back.
Sure.
Yeah, because we gotta get you back to the.
Is there a hospital?
I just rolled a
around?
hard success. I could spend a couple points of luck and make it an extreme success. Will that make a
It
difference?
really won't change anything.
Do-
she's as healed as she can be right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can
Yeah,
only
'cause-
take one, right? Only one person can do first aid. Correct.
Only one person can succeed. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm at 5 health points.
Fine, walk it off.
You know, if that's what we're considering bad, that's where I am too. You know.
Well.
After my knife fight.
Well, yeah, but you should be. You heal a point every day, right?
Yeah, but we have only since I
Yes.
wasn't that knife fight. We've only been traveling 2 days.
Yeah.
When was the knife fight? Yeah,
In
yeah.
Darwin?
It's been 2 days, so you should have gotten a couple of back.
Yeah, but I was down at 3.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
So you guys may want to wait a couple of days before
just to
going
get
into
us
the
back
desert.
up to at least half of our hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
so,
there a place to stay here?
Yeah, we have a
Uh,
room.
Oh, do we? Okay. Oh, that's right. That is right. But while we're here,
Gonna
Claudius-
start investigating this building
Yeah,
and finding a
Claudius-
place to stash some bodies.
Claudius is like, I'm not gonna like lift anything, y'all, but if you need help, I can at least use my eyeballs or read something.
Actually, after I was done treating Claudius, I'm gonna run to the front door and see if there's anybody coming
Yeah,
our
lock it.
way. Like, unlock it.
Okay. Yeah, you lock the door. Oh my God.
And I got a regular success on spot hidden when I was checking to see if anybody saw anything. Or heard anything, or, see if there's anybody coming to the ruckus. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping with the frontier town that this was not unusual.
It's clear that people outside heard something. No one seems to care.
Yeah, cool. Gotta love frontier
Gotta
towns.
love the outback.
I'm going to tell Claudius and Dalphus over my shoulders, like, look, people saw, but nobody's coming this way. I think we're good. I don't think we have to rush things. I mean, let's be quick, but we don't have to make a daring escape right now.
Well, I got him to shut up. The cat.
Oh. Would you?
Now it
But
just
now
looks
I
like you're,
have to.
Oh, you have
now it
to,
looks
you
like
have to
you're
pet him.
getting ready to tell us your secret for world domination. Like,
Yeah.
Yes. Quit screaming finally. So you guys go through that back door because out here there's nothing.
oh, before we go, I grabbed the hat that I was looking at off the counter.
Okay.
Put it on my head.
On behind the counter, through the door, there's a set of stairs that goes up and a small storage room. The storage room just holds more of the bric-a-brac that was out in the store.
Sure.
Nothing really notable there. There's a small desk that has some notes on it, but it on a quick look, it just looks like regular business stuff.
Is there anything that gives the location of the dig?
No. But there are stairs that go up.
Is there
Claudius, you
anything
feel-
that would be useful? Because we'll take whatever's useful. And, well, we're taking a shotgun. We got us a new shotgun to our armory now.
Mm-hmm.
Claudius, can you make it up the stairs, or do you want to sit down here at the desk and look
I'm
through
going to lay on the counter. Claudius is laying down. Or sitting on the ground next to he hasn't lived quite the high life for a little while, so this thing's like, he's like at the start of Mystery every week. Oh, waving his little white handkerchief.
Well, Claudius, how about not on the front counter, but there's a nice, comfortable chair by this desk that you can sit at while we're looking at things upstairs.
I suppose this is fine.
I'm gonna help Claudius to the chair.
Let me look at this dead man's body first. I'm gonna rifle through his pockets for keys.
Through Mortimer's pockets.
Yeah. whatever pockets are, if he has pockets. I'm gonna look for
He
things
doesn't
on
have
his
any-
person.
He does not have any keys on him.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll go sit at the
he-
desk and rifle through the drawers. But
Yeah. Upstairs. Are you guys going upstairs?
I am.
I'm going to search the cultists first, but yeah.
Cultists are not carrying anything. A couple of Australian dollars each, but nothing worth noting.
just a wicked
Or I'm
dagger.
sorry, it's Australian pounds. And they've got the daggers.
We do take the money.
Upstairs. Yeah. Upstairs, it's a little more than a bed, a stove, a dresser, a wardrobe, an icebox, and a hat rack.
Is there a better hat on the hat rack than what I have on right now?
Probably, because the one that you
No.
got is dirty.
These cultists, did they have that the marking of the sandbat on them?
Yes, all of them have them on their like upper arm.
Did Wycroft?
No, he did not.
I'm going to search the room upstairs.
Can you give me a spot hidden roll? That's what we'll go with.
That is a hard success.
Okay. After looking around for a little while, you find 30 Australian pounds in the cookie jar. That's on the little in the little kitchen area. Looks like it's been kind of folded up and hidden there. Under the bed, you find a jar of black grease paint and a book in English called Wondrous Intelligences. Looks like it's old-ish. It's been well read. And from a cursory look, it is a mythos book for sure.
I'm going to grab the book.
Okay.
You know what? Since just in case someone comes and investigates, I'm going to drop the cookie jar on the ground, leave a couple of the pounds, and then pocket the rest to make it look like it was a robbery.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You do find there is a set of keys up there. Looks like probably for a vehicle of some sort, and for the actual store itself.
I don't think we need the keys since we have everything.
Uh,
What was the name of the book again, Matt?
Wondrous Intelligences.
You hear Claudius from the basement, or from the lower floor. If you find his keys, we can use his truck.
I'm going to call down. For what? We have a truck.
This is a truck that looks like something. What's his nuts will be expecting?
Okay, so I pocket the keys.
Okay.
I'm going to come down the stairs. I'm going to show the book to
Even
the
if we
professors.
decide not to take it, I think it's good to take the keys.
No, that's fine. Either way. Yeah, so you guys have kind of rifled through everything here. What do you guys want to do from here?
Well, I'm going to toss the book to the professor going, hey, you might be interested in this. I found it under Wycroft's bed. Toss him the book.
Oh,
So
I'll
there's.
start flipping through it.
Is there anything? I mean, Claudius can't walk around and look at stuff very much, but is there anything down here like a trapdoor or anything like that in these?
Not that you're
rooms?
seeing, really. There's a cash register with a little bit of money in it, but that's really about it.
Make it look like a robbery, Aaron, please.
All right. Well, yeah, I've already done that. He had money upstairs in a cookie jar, broke the cookie jar, left a couple of bills scattered in the wreckage to make it look like we stole, or it was stolen. You want me to do the same thing with the register?
Yeah, do the same thing. Like, throw the register on the ground.
You get
Well-
another $15 out of the register, but that's mostly in coins and small bills.
Okay.
That's fine.
I'm gonna leave the coins, like, you know, I'm gonna like smash the register to the ground, leave the coins
Keep
there.
in
I'm gonna
mind-
pocket the cash.
Keep in mind that coins right now are going to buy you a meal. So the coins are actually probably worth quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Okay.
if that makes sense, it's like the difference between coins today is like, oh, look, 3/4 fell out of my pocket. I don't care. Whereas then it's like
Yep.
3/4 fell out of my pocket. That's that's all of my food today, and probably like a nice beer, like.
All right, I'm gonna pocket. Yeah. All right, we'll pocket all the money.
Well, and in some settings, like the metal alone is more valuable than the bills themselves. So, like especially with like if you're trading with natives or something to the land, they might be more interested in coin.
You do find a box of 12 gauge bird shot behind the counter as well. It looks like it's got a few missing that are probably in the shotgun.
Glad I didn't use that.
And then there is other shotgun ammo. What did I say? 45 in shotgun that he had?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's some other ammo here as well.
Let's take the
You guys
45
want
ammo.
to just... Okay.
I think we're all using, the three of us are all using 45s, right?
Yeah, I have one anyway. Yeah. I have a 45 and a 38. Or I have Jules 38. Yeah, Claudius is packing a lot of weapons. He looks like he's ready for war.
Looks like you're moving a little better, Claudius. Feeling good? Ready to head out?
Well, yep. If we can go back to the room so I can lay down.
Yeah, let's head.
Unless there's a doctor. Is
there a back door in that room that we're in right now?
Yeah.
Let's go out the back door because I need to find somewhere to clean up. Because thank you, Dalphus, for shooting Wycroft, but yeah, it's a little.
Was there any clothes upstairs?
Sorry.
Is there clothes upstairs? Like you could change a shirt real fast?
I don't really want to wear the cultist shirt.
Just saying.
You can wipe down enough that it won't be super obvious.
Just take.
I know, but I need to take a bath.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just saying to look presentable. You could just take your shirt off. I mean, it's the Outback and it's hot. Nobody's gonna question it. They're gonna be like, oh, look at that white guy walking around without his shirt on.
He's gonna get sunburned.
But yeah, if there's if there's a doctor in town. Or somewhere that Claudius can be taken to see if...
Yeah, there's a couple of doctors that would actually probably come to your hotel.
Okay, sweet.
Once we get situated, Claudius, I'll go find Bobby and we will get you a doctor.
Jimmy,
sorry.
I know. I understand you and Mr. Blackwood were very close, Aaron. But I do believe Mr. Sheridan would appreciate it if you called him Jimmy Ray.
I'll go find Jimmy and we'll get you a doctor.
So you guys get back to the hotel. You round up Jimmy and the doctor. The doctor redresses your wounds. Essentially, you're not going to heal anymore, but you will start healing a point per day.
Okay.
When Jimmy shows back up, it's with Mackenzie and Dodge with him. Jimmy, you went out. Nothing special to report. You helped him get everything set up. You kind of made sure you checked the engines on the trucks. Did an oil change on one of them and made sure everything looked good.
Okay.
And everything seems to be pretty going. Actually, roll mechanical repair.
Absolutely.
For me.
He would love to.
I would love to.
He's like, my character's a mechanic. He needs to roll some mechanics rolls.
Dude, I'm so happy with that roll. I wish I could point a camera at it. That is a 2.
Yeah. It's fantastic. Nice. Mark the box. You find a couple, one of the belts is a little loose and a little worn, so you help change that out. And you change the oil on one of the 2 trucks that you're going to be taking. Get to know the guys that are coming out with you. It's all white men that will be going out there with you, but they all seem competent enough. Everything seems to go well. It's a couple hours before you head back to the hotel, and when you get there, it seems as though Claudius has been stabbed. Roughly.
Jimmy, good to see you. Almost didn't think I was going to see anybody else.
Oh, you were given some laudanum as well.
Jimmy.
Well, Claudius.
You're a little short, but you're pretty handsome.
Well, thank you.
Jimmy, while you were first off,
dying?
he's not dying. He thinks he is. He's fine.
I don't don't think I'm dying. I feel pretty darn good. I could
The-
run a marathon. You know,
No. Just lay there. You're good. Don't run a marathon.
I was going to try out for the Olympics back in 14.
For the marathon?
No, the Olympics.
Well, I know, but as the marathon runner
What
in the
event?
Olympics?
Discus.
This is such a non sequitur.
Oh, there you go.
You asked me if it was for the marathon. I told you it's for track and field, son. Track and field. Do they not have
So
that in
about-
New York? They
So,
do. I know they do.
I'm guessing.
Well, we did a lot of running, but it was mostly from people that wanted to beat me up.
I'm guessing we're going to need to lay up for a bit.
For a little bit, we ran into a little bit of trouble when we went and talked to Wycroft. Come to find out, he's probably a little more involved with all of this than we expected.
Mackenzie looks around and says, "Do we need to get headed out then soon? If Mr. Wycroft is going to cause problems for us."
Well,
Mr.
he's not
Wycroft
going to cause
doesn't
problems.
for anybody, but
He's going to have a little talking problem.
He's just going to stain his floor.
He got a bad case of the dead.
now
Oh.
we probably will need to hold up for a day or two, but that'll give us time to case the joint, kind of watch out and see if anybody comes to his place, and if they do, maybe we can follow them to see where this dig is now that we have no means of knowing where it is.
I hope y'all locked them doors.
We locked the doors. We got his keys. Remember, you wanted to see his truck.
Which I assume you also took.
No, I didn't say we would take it. I mean, unless that's the only way to get me out of there.
No, we
No.
just walked back.
I
to
just
the
wanted to
hotel.
take his keys.
We left the truck there.
If we want his truck, we have access to it.
Right.
Okay. Mackenzie seems like a little perturbed that there was a murder, and that the four of you are unperturbed by murder.
Well, it wasn't murder. I mean, we didn't go there looking for a fight, Mackenzie. We were just asking him some questions, and he pulled a shotgun on us. And actually, 3 people with these large daggers came in and started intimidating us, wanted us to get in the truck with them. And honestly, I just didn't feel like going.
Claudius starts to tug at his bandages a little bit. He's like, "You want to see what them daggers can do?"
Don't take the bandage off. The doctor said you'd bleed again.
Yeah, no,
Wycroft made in no uncertain terms that we were going to either die there in that shop or out in the desert. Either way, he was going to bury us beneath the sands. So
We don't just
You
go
wanna
around
roll-
murdering folk.
Do you want to roll a persuade for me, Professor? Because that is sort of a lie. He didn't imply that he was going to kill you in the desert, just take you out to the dig.
Yeah,
oh well, I took it as we were.
that's
gonna
how
die
we.
out
That's
there.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hardgrove
Well,
believes
that's-
it.
That's what we thought,
Sure,
yeah.
sure. Okay. Then that makes sense. Never mind. Kinsey sits there for a second, like rubs his head, and okay. So, what did you guys do with the bodies?
Well, see, back home in New York, I'm a detective. So I kind of staged it to look like it was a robbery.
The bodies are still in the building.
Yeah. Nobody seemed after all this happened, I checked around and nobody seemed to care that there was any kind of ruckus going on in there.
Can I get all 3 of you to give me a sneak roll? Claudius, you're going to be at you're going to be at a penalty guy.
Stealth maybe? Because I don't have sneak.
Stealth, yes, stealth. Sorry.
Stealth.
Regular success for me.
6. What is 6? Not quite. That's just a hard success. That's good enough.
Claudius was not in any fit state to really be thinking about being. I mean, I don't think he was loud or anything, but he was definitely bleeding all over everything.
Cool.
So yeah, he's not stealthy.
Okay. Yeah, Mackenzie just kind of shakes his head and says, "Well, hopefully no one puts this together. I hope you guys were quiet
Well,
when
if
you
you've got
left."
some ideas of where we might dispose of 4 bodies,
I can't say that I mean, the desert. maybe, but I can't say that I know of anywhere else.
Well,
we can wait until dark and go back and collect them and take them out
we
somewhere.
could put them in the truck.
I could use some of the dynamite that I have.
I will take care of it tonight.
If somebody say dynamite, that doesn't sound like a good
You
idea.
need some help with that, Jimmy?
I'll at least need somebody to watch my back.
You got it.
Well, I would go with you too, Jimmy, but I feel like someone needs to stand here and keep Claudius from running any marathons.
I'm not going to run a marathon, and Professor Dodge is right here. He probably isn't looking at Professor Dodge.
Be that as it may, I think I will stay here and keep an eye on Claudius because
Yo,
he's
when
not
did
exactly.
Jewel get here?
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna toss Jimmy the keys that I took from Wycroft. Those are the keys. We locked it up before we left. The keys to the back door in the truck are right there.
wonderful.
Okay. All right, so you guys are going to go that night and take care of that?
Yeah, definitely.
So what I want to do is we'll roll some stuff for that, but then I want to jump ahead a couple of days. There's no reason to role play through a couple of days of just sitting around. So Jimmy, you and the professor are going to go over to the place, and Professor, you're just going to kind of stick around outside and watch.
Yeah, I'll watch out. Whatever kind of help he needs, but yeah, I'll keep a lookout for things. And
Okay. So both of you give me stealth rolls.
All right.
20 is not good enough for a hard success. Do I need a hard success? I could spend 3 points or 6 points.
I don't know. Do you want a hard success?
Sure, I'll spend the
All
luck.
the
Yeah,
time.
I'll make sure. I'll be stealthy.
Hard
1,
success.
2, 3, 6. Okay.
Okay. So Jimmy, what's your plan with the bodies?
Honestly, that guy's truck. I'm
Mhm.
gonna load up the bodies into that truck. Drive it out a ways from town. Out towards the desert. Rope off the steering wheel. Put a little piece of wood to hold down, between the gas pedal and the steering column, and put it into drive and let it just take off out into the desert.
Okay. Give me a mechanical repair roll.
You got it. And that is going to be a hard success. Not bad.
Okay. And then give me one more. Both of you give me one more stealth check.
Oh, dude, I just want to mess with the camera so bad. I rolled another 2.
Nice.
I've got a regular. I'm not going to spend for that one. It'll be just a regular success.
Okay. So you guys spend a couple hours. It is cold on the walk back in the desert, and I mean like you did not dress appropriately, kind of cold. So by the time you get back, you're not frostbitten or anything, but it has definitely not been a fun walk. You get back and get settled into the hotel for the night. The next couple of days go by okay. So everybody can heal up, let's say 2 points if you need to.
Sweet.
All right.
But now I need Claudius.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta. Hold on. I need you to roll your will.
My will?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1 second.
We don't have will.
It's
Pow?
Power?
Pow.
Pow. Yep. Sorry.
No worries. Sorry,
worry, I'm
guys.
good at
The screen is froze. Is it froze for anybody else, or is that just me?
It looks like we're frozen on Twitch.
It does
Yep.
indeed. What is going on? 1 second. Let me do a little thing here.
It's still frozen.
Okay, there we go. No, well, you were frozen on my screen. Sorry about that, y'all. We're back. No, I just wanted you to move so I could see you move.
Oh.
Thank
when you move, I move.
We're good, though.
Just like that.
You're all frozen so seriously. Yeah, no, we were. Hopefully we're back now. Yeah, it looks fine to me now. All right, so, yes. What am I rolling?
We're going to roll POW. I'm looking for a stat block, though. Hold on, I'm sorry. There he is.
So, yep.
Oh my, okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Oh, is this bad?
Maybe.
I rolled a 6 under 70.
Okay,
So
that's an extreme success.
Yay, you don't get gangrene.
No, maybe I do.
Okay.
Maybe it's worse if you get low.
Your dreams that night, that last night, seemed to turn a little strange. Whereas you may have been dreaming about cultists and that kind of stuff beforehand. I don't know how Claudius normally dreams. This turns more macabre, and it starts to get scary, but you just seem to push your way through everything without much of an issue.
Okay.
But you don't sleep the greatest. It doesn't change anything. None of your stats are going to be different, but you just don't have a great sleep that night.
Okay.
You're still pretty hurt, Jimmy. You'd say you're still pretty hurt too. But you've rested a couple of days. Do you want to rest longer, or are you good for that?
How long is the drive out to the dig?
It will be the better part of a day out there.
Honestly, I'm at the opinion. Let's go. Time.
And I will say that the drive will not allow any rest because it is so jostling. So there will be no healing for this day.
Honestly, I mean, I'm over half my hit points, my hit point max. So I feel like, I mean, it's dangerous whatever we do. So we'll just head. But the dig we're going to. I don't remember. What exactly are we headed to? Are we headed to a specific place that's...
You're headed to go check out some columns that were found.
That's right.
That you believe
but nobody's
tie
working
into
out
something
there.
bigger.
That was just...
That to the best of your knowledge, no one is working out there.
But that's where
right,
McWhir had
the
done.
dig site we're going to was the one that... I can't remember his name. Mackenzie's friend.
McWhir.
Yeah, McWhir.
McWhir.
We're going to McWhir's reported dig site, which may also be the dig site that Wycroft was going to drag us to. We don't know yet.
Right. I just making... I mean, they could be the same. I understand that. But I just wanted to make sure that we were not, like, intending to storm a camp or something.
We may be.
Might be, but not intentionally.
I understand that. I'm out of character still, saying that we had not intentionally planned to go and like just get into a gunfight when we get there. So
we haven't.
I think that out of character, it is very likely that your characters, even if you aren't paranoid like Aaron, would see that the fact that there was a thing out in the desert that you guys want to check out.
Right.
And there's a dig out in the desert, that those two things could easily be connected.
Okay.
And if they're not connected, so like the potential for a fight is higher than it probably won't happen.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Can I ask Mackenzie a question since he's an expert on the desert travel?
Sure.
So Mackenzie, there's a possibility that there might be some people that we could get in a fight with at the dig site we're going to go see. As we're driving in, how easy will we be spotted if they have lookouts for people approaching?
Depends on the area you're going to. If we're driving across the desert, we're going to kick up dust no matter what. They'll be able to see us a couple miles off easily.
Is there a way to, even if it takes longer, is there a longer route we can go that we can maybe come upon them unaware? I don't know that they're there. I just have a feeling that they might be.
The potential is that we could get horses. They kick up less dust, but traveling with what we'd need a lot of horses, and it's going to take us 3 or 4 days instead of the better part of a day.
No.
Okay. Then I think, and I'm going to tell the group, I think then if we're going with cars, then we just need to be prepared that they're going to be ready for us, because I think I just had this gut feeling that the dig site we're going to go look at is the same thing that shoot, I lost my notes. I lost my
Yeah,
train of thought.
Wycroft, yeah. Was going to take us to.
That Huston is at, yeah. The Huston, the dig site that Wycroft was going to take us to, where Huston is the same one that we're going to go look at. I think I know y'all are hurt, but I think we just need to be ready for a fight.
No, I 100% agree.
So
I think that we should be very cautious about headed out there, and we should be watching for people going out there and try to find out, if it is the right place, that we scope it out before we just walk up it.
Maybe stop about 3 miles out, see if we can spot any dust plumes of our own before heading farther in.
Mackenzie, is that something that we can do?
We're going to be going up. So no matter where, unless they're in a valley, it's likely that they're going to see us from there if they have,
sure.
If they've got spotters.
Well, on the flip side, they may be expecting people coming in. I mean, they could be waiting for someone to come pick something up, so they may not necessarily jump to the fact that we're intruders. I don't know.
So, look, I'm not trying to cut anybody off or interrupt y'all, but the reality is that more than likely, not everybody was in that fight with you.
Yeah, we know that for sure.
No, I'm saying there might have been somebody outside watching everything happen. And when they saw their guys didn't come back out, might have hopped in a car and driven out there already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're walking into an ambush.
Yeah, we're walking into it no matter what.
That's why I'm saying that we need to scope it out, make sure we don't just walk up there.
Right, but based it on what Mackenzie's saying, there's no way for us to scope it out. They're going to see us before we ever see them.
Yeah, they're unless we go in at night, they're going to see us.
So, okay, Matt, in the past couple of days that we waited, we kind of fast forward over. I said I was gonna watch Wycroft's place. Did anybody come and go from there?
Nope. Not that you saw.
So, Mackenzie, how dangerous would it be to drive at night out in the desert?
Real dangerous. I can't be sure that the tires won't hit a ditch or a rock. Even with the headlights on, I assume you want to go at night because it would be stealthier. But like without the headlights on, because with the headlights on, we're going to be able to be seen miles away. Without the headlights on, we could end up in a ravine.
Headlights will be on, but here's the thing that's going to decide a lot of this is when we get out there. What we'll end up doing is we're going to watch cloud cover. We're going to watch for the moon. Where is the moon right now? And that basically my character's like, it's a desert. The moon can help give us a little bit more time to sneak up on the camp.
What's our moon phase?
Yeah. Essentially.
What's the date that you've got, Roxy?
I don't, to be honest.
It was in April.
We were in April.
Yeah, I was going to say we're April.
I've been meaning to figure that out, and I have not done it yet.
That's fine.
Yeah, we'll say it was early April when we got to Australia. It's been a week, maybe.
So let's say I'd say by now you're at the full moon. You're April 9th. Okay. Tonight is the full moon.
When we get out there, we're going to have as long as we don't have a lot of cloud cover, we're going to have a bright moon. I'm not saying we can turn the headlights off, but I'm saying that our headlights will be less visible to the camp.
Well, and honestly, they're going to be, by the time we get up there, they're going to be just as visible, so it doesn't sound like we have a good way to do this. We can't drop in from the air. We can't come in around the other side because we don't know what the other side looks like, and that'll just take extra time. So we're just going to have to go and deal with what we find there. Have to remember, this is not they are not the only thing in the desert that we need to be aware of.
Absolutely.
We
No,
all
this is
we
big
all
for
saw we
no.
all saw the birds or whatever those winged beasts were. We all saw them coming in. Those aren't going to care one way or another how stealthy we are, because they're going to drop down on us regardless of whether we go uphill or downhill.
Do we have a really quick GM? Did flare guns exist in this time period?
Yes.
Is it possible that we could get our hands on some?
Oh yeah, easily.
All right, and that's one of the things that I'll definitely be interested in us having.
We
Okay.
probably in the stuff that we got with
Yeah.
because Mackenzie was getting everything that we would possibly need, I think.
Yeah, there's a flare gun with the half dozen flares that he has already set. If you need more than that, that's not a problem.
I want at least one backup.
Okay.
Yeah, just in case somebody rolls a 100 on that gun.
Show.
Okay. So question, Claudius, how much are you using that laudanum?
Oh, I didn't know I had I got to.
He gave you,
You
a
were
big
given
plug.
You were given a supply. The question is, how much are you using it?
Probably just take the edge off.
Okay.
Probably
you
not.
give me-
I would say unless it needs to be some type of psychology roll or something. I would say if it were up to me, I would say not too much because he wants to be alert.
Sure. Can you give me a power roll for that?
Sure.
See if it's laudanum night time.
Sorry, my D10 was cocked. That is a 42. That is a regular success.
Okay. So yeah, you are using it enough to take the edge off. Maybe the edge comes on quicker than you would like sometimes.
Okay.
But you're also pretty hurt, so you're using it probably a little more than you would like. You're using it what's appropriate for that wound,
Sure. Okay.
and maybe just a little on the not quite enough side. So you are in a little bit of pain, but it's not mind-numbing or anything.
Okay.
So you guys waited the 2 days, and now you're headed out into the desert. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Mackenzie does stop you guys before, like when you're getting ready that morning, and he says, "With your stab wound, you know that you're going to be in a great deal of pain all the way out there, right?"
I'm trying to be an optimist, Mr. Mackenzie, but yes, I am aware that it is going to be very painful as we jostle about in a truck
Okay.
in the desert.
It's not something that everyone thinks about. I wanted to make sure that you were aware of it before.
I'm aware of this wound most of the time, whether I want to be or not. So I understand that
It's
it's
fair
going to be
enough.
painful. Yes, thank you for your concern, though. I appreciate it. Unfortunately, I don't think a horse would make it any better.
Horse
So-
might make it worse.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So
At least we're going to get out there a little quick. That horse would make it longer.
yeah, so I've got some painkiller if I absolutely need it, but I'm gonna do my best to grin and bear it, as it were. That's what
Okay.
I get for getting
Um,
stabbed, eh? Ooh.
So you guys head out that day. I need a navigate from any of you that have navigate above the base.
Mm-hmm.
And if not, don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, no.
You got it.
Yeah, this is what John built for.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, we already have a brain. We already have a private eye. And we already have somebody with money. So you guys got a mechanic that knows his way around the desert. And that is
Correct.
going to be a hard success.
Good,
Nice.
good. You find a bit of a trail. It's not great. Looks like maybe it's been used a few dozen times. You get out for a while and seem to dodge some pitfalls or some places that would hurt the vehicle. You get about 6 hours in before there is a breakdown. One of the engine in the second truck overheats a little bit. Looks like it just wasn't like the pump isn't working quite the way it needs to. It does require you guys to stop. Do you want to work on the pump?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So give me another mechanical repair.
All right. That is an 8.
Okay. It's just there's been too much dust kicked up and it's gumming up the works. You go through both vehicles and kind of desand them a little bit, but it takes about 2 hours. And then you refill with new coolant just in case everything. It is hot. We're talking upper 110 or 100 100 teens. Like it is very, very hot out. I need Roxy to give me a POW check with disadvantage.
Oh.
And actually, Jimmy, you probably should too, because you're still down some hit points, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not gnawing on laudanum though.
Oh, wow.
It's true.
Yep, I didn't pass.
I pass.
Okay.
That disadvantage, I am consistently
oh, I
rolling
need to roll
very high on
disadvantage.
my
Sorry, one
disadvantage.
moment.
Yeah, you both need to roll disadvantage.
Still pass.
Okay.
It would be a regular.
So
success.
Jimmy, you're okay. You're in some pain, but you're okay. Claudius, it's getting rough. It's getting rough to the point that you start to really think that maybe a little more laudanum might not be a bad idea.
Okay.
I need you to give me an intelligence check.
Okay. Regular, not not.
Yeah, just
penalty?
regular old intelligence.
Don't overdose.
Okay, that's good. That is a 19, so that's a hard success.
Good. So you think you figured out how to you can give yourself just a little bit more without giving you too much more. So you do feel a little bit more euphoria, a little bit of that the light high feeling, but you're not out of your wits are still about you.
Okay, cool.
But it's about that time while the truck's being fixed and you've given yourself a little bit more laudanum that you believe that you see the air move in a way that presents itself, and the air, like the wind moves and the air shimmers almost in a humanoid form for just a moment. It's humanoid but taller and lankier. Thank you. The legs seem twice as long as they should be. Same with the arms. The torso is about half as long as it should be. It shimmers for a second and then goes away.
And it's
And
just
you
like
feel like something is out there that wants to communicate with you.
Is that were they like directly in front of me, or are they out in the desert?
They're kind of off, not too far away. Maybe, I don't know, 20 yards away, off of the path.
Are we close to Dingo Falls?
No, you've made it pretty far from that.
Okay. Is that where the ghost was?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're near, I'd say, Lake Blanche, if you have any notes on that, and I don't think you do.
I don't think we do. No, the only lake we had was not that one. It was like Lake Percival or something like that. Somebody with better eyes than me is who's around me? Who's got good eyes? I call out.
What's going on?
What's going on?
I thought I just saw something, and I point off to where I thought I saw. I don't know. The air was funny, and it looked like an image shimmered. And I know mirages are a thing out here, and I'm not 100% at the moment. But I thought I saw a very oddly proportioned humanoid, I suppose.
But somewhat invisible.
He was shimmery. I mean, he never really solidified or anything, I don't believe.
How much
I've
of
got
that
some
laudanum
field
have you had?
This is my first dose since last night.
I'm gonna
GM,
start scanning where she looked.
I pull out the field glasses.
I would like to roll occult,
I feel like
Sure,
this
sure.
is
but
this is
sorry.
it's gonna sound crazy, but I feel like something wants to communicate. I've been having weird dreams too.
Nothing good ever wants to communicate. I would like to essentially, even though it's probably all BS, my character wants to grab like a piece of chalk or something, and in the back end of the truck on the planks, write out an occult sigil of some sort that is protection.
Okay, roll occult for me.
Okay. That is, golly, I'm doing great tonight. 8. So that is again. What's the better than a hard success?
extreme.
Extreme.
Do me extreme success. Do me a favor and add a spell to your list
Okay.
called Create Elder Sign.
Oh, nice.
Holy cow.
Let's see. Bobby was Boom Boom Blackwood. Now we've got Jimmy the Extreme Ray Sheridan.
Yeah. Extreme.
Okay.
While you're drawing that and the other three are kind of looking, a humanoid creature stands up from behind a rock. The skin is very deep in color, much like you've seen the natives, but its arms and legs are disproportionately long, and its torso is also quite long. It stands probably 9 foot tall, but it is skin and bones, really. It has two kind of tusks that sit up, but they're very short. Its fingers look like, I don't know, like maybe 9 or 10 inches long. And it is, you could see all of its bones because it looks like there's no fat or muscle on it.
Was that what you saw?
It does look similar in shape to what you saw earlier, Roxy, or Claudius.
That's close. Yeah.
When Aaron sees it, he pulls his gun automatically. I'm not pointing it at anything, but I've got it out because that's
it. Yeah, it puts its hands up and its long fingers. It's no.
Oh, you
I
can
come
speak?
at the voice that you hear coming out of it. There are words, but it's almost like the wind is blowing through your ears and bringing them into you. So it's this whispery. You can hear it just fine, but it's like this whispery kind of hiss that comes across. So it's, I can communicate with you. Yes.
What are you? Who are you?
I am of the Mimi.
Can you spell that? I'm sorry.
M-I-M-I.
Does that make Professor? Have you ever heard of that?
You guys can all roll occult or Cthulhu Mythos, one or the other.
Okay.
Nah, I failed.
I'm guessing I am absorbed in writing my sigil.
You are, yeah.
Okay.
I do not pass.
Okay, I've got it for occult.
Okay. You remember the Mimi are, you remember reading somewhere or hearing a lecture about the belief of the natives of Australia that there are air spirits that live in another realm that used to fight invisible foes out in the desert.
Is Dodge around?
Yes, he is nearby.
Okay. Is he also aware of this? What's?
No, he seems oblivious and stuck his nose in a book, like reading up on things that he could expect to find out here. He is not prepared for this at all.
Okay.
And while you can hear it well, hear the creature speaking well, it's clear that just outside of your area, Nothing.
Nothing.
Mackenzie is involved with the cars right now as well. The
Yeah,
trucks?
yeah. Mackenzie's talking to the other guys, and yeah, it's just really the four of you that are paying attention.
Nope, that's fine.
So, do you? What are you doing? Do you? I'm like, I'm kind of panicking because every monster
Yeah.
I've seen wants to kill us.
Aaron, it's okay. It seems like it's okay. Do you have a name, friend?
You would not be able to say it.
I understand.
My name is, and all you hear is like this rush of wind.
Oh, it's a beautiful name. You have appeared to us for a reason, I presume.
Yes, there are. The man you killed, his friends are out here, and they need to be stopped. They've awoken something.
Okay.
We're all hearing this?
Yes.
Okay.
Do they know we're coming?
They are aware of you and have attempted to enter your mindscape.
Does anybody know what a mindscape is?
Well, it's obviously something that we probably don't want them coming into.
Stay the hell out of my mindscape. So, do you intend to help us stop them?
You will help me stop them.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we'll help you. I mean, it seems like we're all kind of on the same page. I mean, we're definitely wanting to stop whatever was awoken in the desert as well.
Sorry, hold on. I'm trying to open the book I need. You should. It would be better to explain in my home.
You say in his? Did he say in his home?
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Yes. Although I would caution that this thing does not seem to have gender. At least
Okay.
not the way
It's-
like it is
There-
naked.
there.
And you
It's
see
say
no-
in its home.
There.
Yeah.
There. It is
Yeah.
rude.
I'm not sure that it's an. I mean, it.
It has
an
a
it.
personality. It has a personality. It's a them until. That's all. Claudius
them,
would
so
say
are
that.
they?
You don't see, or yeah, it's my it's hidden, and it motions at the rock, and seems to like draw its finger across and make a painting on the rock, and then tap it, and the rock cracks open like when you break open bread and you see all like the fibrous bread together, it breaks open and opens like that. Everybody say hi to Justine.
Hi, Justine.
And it says, "My home is through here." Thank you very much. Yeah, that's good enough. It'll be fine.
We have one other person with us that would be helping to stop this. Can we go get him before we go to your home?
Is it one of them?
And he's one of us.
Who? There's the one with the on the head. I don't trust him, and it's clear from the way that it's talking that it's talking about Dodge.
Okay.
No, can we see Jimmy from where we're standing and talking to it?
Yes.
I'm gonna point Jimmy out as like, no, that's who would come with us.
Oh yes, he knows the sign of protection.
Cool. I'm gonna run over and get Jimmy and bring him over to where we're at.
Jimmy, you've heard all of this,
Mm-hmm.
like the whole thing. the Mimi motions and says come, and steps into the rock and seems to like the rock is not 9 foot tall. It's probably 5, and it seems to shrink in as it goes. Kind of like one of those optical illusions, like in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, when they go in that hallway and it just gets smaller and smaller. It seems to do that, except the opposite way, where the rock seems to be bigger and it gets smaller and smaller itself.
So are we actually going to do this, guys? Are we going to walk into the rock? I mean, it's not the dumbest thing I've seen.
This is the first person we have encountered that has not pulled a gun on us.
Yeah.
And he knows the sign of protection.
Jimmy, what do you think? You heard everything he said. Do you trust it?
Them.
If they, I look over, they?
Yeah.
Them, yeah.
If they are an ally, so be it. If they are not, I really hate to say it, but it's going to chase us anyway. They're going to chase us anyway. So,
from what I recall, their kind are prone to be our allies, so
it's going to
might be worth it.
If they are what it claims to be, so be it. Otherwise, I hope I give it indigestion and I walk. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, Matt, we lost your camera.
Yeah, I'm back. It kicked me out of the app. I'm not sure why. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
So, okay, before we step in, though, we need to come up with an excuse to tell Mackenzie that we're going to step away. Anybody have an idea on how we want to word that to him?
Are they still working on the car?
Yeah, but I want him to be aware that we're going to be gone
I
and not
that.
to worry.
I wasn't asking for an explanation. I was just asking if he was still working on the car.
No. Right, sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
No, I think I got it. I think I got it kind of fixed.
Well, either way, Claudius is just going to be like, Mr. Mackenzie, I understand that this has been an interesting endeavor traveling with us, and you already think certain things about us, I'm quite sure. But we need to make a brief stop here.
I really wouldn't go anywhere. Do you see that sandstorm coming?
Is that what that is?
And he points and you turn around, and there is a sandstorm coming in. I'd say Jimmy and Claudius, you've probably been through a sandstorm. The other two of you, this looks terrifying. Like, imagine what you like in The Mummy when he like becomes the sand and comes out. Like, it is very much like that. He says we're gonna need to batten down and protect the engines as best as we can. It shouldn't last for more than an hour, but we've got to get in. We got to get that taken care of.
I'm not thrilled with the prospect, but I might need to stay here because I can at least make sure these vehicles survive this.
I mean, if you're good staying here while we go talk to the Mimi.
You hear all of you.
Well, that solves
whisper across the wind.
Can you protect our people here as much as... I mean, will they be safe here?
We are the wind.
Well, that explains where the sandstorm came from.
Okay, let's just go.
Mr.
I
Mackenzie.
need everybody to give me a sanity check. I should have done this earlier when you saw the Mimi the first time. That's my fault.
I survived.
I passed.
Yes.
I passed.
Yes.
Best roll tonight. I rolled a 4.
If you succeeded, you don't lose anything. If you failed, you lose D6.
We all made it.
Fantastic.
Mr. Mackenzie, there are things that are going on that we need to be, or that we need to give our attention to. In this case, please wait for us. If we are not back
by tomorrow morning,
return.
And if you can, find a way to cover up that sigil. Don't let it get wiped away.
Okay.
I know you.
Oh.
I know it does. It sounds crazy, but we'll pay you well if we'll pay you well. We have paid you well, and we will continue to pay you well.
Worst case scenario, I'll just go home. I guess.
That's all we can do.
Tomorrow
Okay.
morning. Wait till then. Do not leave till then.
Dodge, stay safe. And then Claudius
Bef-
grabs his stuff and heads with.
Before you guys enter the boulder, I think this is a great time for us to take a break.
Okie
Sounds
dokie.
good.
So we'll be back in 10 minutes, and there will be a little timer up on the screen, right, Roxy?
Yep. It's gonna be the burning
And-
city again because my other video is not
Cool.
showing up.
Works for that and for me. So we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Sounds good, y'all.
See
We'll
everybody
you
in a bit.
Bye bye.
Another sanity check.
Yep.
I failed.
Maybe.
If you failed, you'll lose a d4. If you succeeded, you don't lose anything.
I succeeded. Sweet.
Ouch. Lost 4.
You begin to feel very, very odd, and you see things as if you are moving high above the ground. Glowing colors are everywhere, and there's a moment of complete disorientation. You then finally find yourselves in a cave filled with other Mimi. And now I have to scroll through the book, through multiple pages, to get to the entry for the Mimi cave. Hold on.
Okay.
The book is not laid out the greatest. There it is. Cavern is about 50 feet in diameter, and it seems to be sealed. It has no other exits other than the wall you came through. The walls and ceiling glow softly. There are about 15 Mimi in the cave watching you intently. The spokesman kind of turns to the others and just like wind rushes as they all begin to talk. It's a lot like in Lord of the Rings when the Ents talk and it's all just creaks and groans, but this is all just wind.
Okay.
And they don't seem to like form words. It's just they open their mouths, all of them, and wind seems to just the sound of it fills the room. And after a couple of minutes, the one that brought you here turns back around. You can tell the difference between each of them. There are clearly different identifying marks in how they stand and like their bodies.
Okay.
But they all maintain the very gaunt skin and bone look, and they all have the same height to them. The one that brought you here turns and says, "We wish the living winds have been awoken, and we wish for you to kill the things, stop the things that have woken them."
The living winds.
Yes. He kind of waves his hand at the ground in front of you. And what you see is almost like a footprint sort of in the sand. It's several feet across from one spot to the other. And there are 3 spots at the top, and then one kind of back, and then 2 more. It just looks like 6 spots have hit the ground, almost in a foot pattern, sort of like if it was the outside of the outside of the foot.
Sure.
But they're just spots
So,
that touch the ground.
if I may, are you referring to the large creatures that fly over the desert?
They fly, but they're not large. You would not have seen them.
Okay.
Oh, great. So we're dealing with 2 things.
Claudius just looks at Aaron.
Do you know what those big birds are?
Those are creatures that have been summoned from elsewhere. The living winds were already here and slept.
So you want us to kill what has awoken the living winds?
Yes.
And by killing those individuals that will put the living wind back to sleep?
It will keep them from. It will keep them from being awake more.
So it's not awakened totally yet. They're beginning to disturb it.
There are several of the winds, and it's only a few of them have woken.
Okay.
Without a constant agitation, they will go back.
The men that you referred to earlier, that you said we need to deal with, is that who has awoken them?
There is one like you with top of gray. It's clear that the Mimi is speaking of hair.
Right.
The light in its sensors has gone.
Okay. So
It
dead eyes.
leads others, including some it controls with its mind.
Okay. This is going to sound strange, but if I show you a picture, can you see it?
My sensors work, yes.
Okay. Does someone have that photo of
I'll
Dr.
pass it
Hust?
over to you.
And I show it to the Mimi.
This one looks like it, but it is not the same.
Not
And the
s-
picture you have of Huston is several years old.
Right, so he looks older and dead-eyed now.
Right, which makes sense because he was replaced when they went into the pyramid in Egypt.
He was not replaced.
Oh, he was not?
Something happened to
Oh.
them in there, but we don't know
Yeah.
what happened.
It's very likely that it's not that he's dead-eyed; it's that the sanity is gone.
Okay.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah, okay. So it's just something in the eyes isn't right.
Right.
Do you know where they are?
They are at the city under the sand,
Okay.
where this one. But if you get too close to part of the city, the living winds will attack you.
Okay. You said parts of the city, so we can get near the city, just not certain areas?
Parts of the city are free of the living wind,
Okay.
but others are dangerous.
How do we know where to go?
When you see the Plaza of Blue, be careful of an area near it where the floor will fall.
Matt, can you repeat that?
When you see the Plaza of Blue, be careful of the area near that where the floor will fall.
Floor as in the floor or the number 4?
Floor, like
As in the floor,
like a
yeah,
trap-
the floor.
like it sounds like a trap door in the floor or something.
Okay, cool.
I would love it for just to be like a big gaping hole in the floor that we just need to avoid.
You really...
The areas of red and purple are safe. And so is where the Mimi tries to speak and all that comes out is clacking. Lives.
Would you say areas of what in purple?
Red.
Red and purple.
Let me find my notes. Because we had I assume the name that he says is just something that we can't understand in
It just sounds like.
his tongue. Okay.
There's no translation for it.
Yeah, I was looking for. We know of stories about the.
Actually, is there? Could I make a roll to see if I recognize that?
Yeah, it would be a cult.
Okay. I asked because I know of a creature that sounds like that. I think it's possible that my character might have heard about it or read about it. I will spend 6 points of luck to get a success.
What were you thinking it was?
I can't even really pronounce the name, but it's a Quiett. Like, it's like repeating K-A-K-A name.
Oh yeah, no, it's not one of those.
Okay.
It's nothing that your character has really has been aware of before.
Okay. Claudius is going to. Claudius flips through the booklet that he keeps on him, and he's going to ask the name that you said. I'm sorry, but my ears don't make sense of it. Is it the great bat?
No.
Is it the snake that will swallow us all?
No.
Is it the sleeping one?
No.
This desert has a lot of folks in it, y'all.
Could he mean the castle? Ah.
But the area where this KKK, I'm not sure how to describe it in character.
Yeah, the name
But
that we can't pronounce.
Right, the thing that we cannot pronounce. You said that area was safe of the living winds.
Yes.
Okay, well that's a plus.
Is the unpronounceable one are they safe? I mean, are we safe to
They are
approach?
safe from the wind.
Are we safe from it? Them?
Yeah, are we safe from? Yeah.
The
I can't be
unpronounceable one.
sure. I can't be sure how they will perceive you.
Well, thank you at least for the information. How far from the underground city are we?
Here is very close, but where you were is farther away.
Okay.
So while we're here with you, we're very close to the city. But where
Yes.
we entered... Oh, okay. Well, we need to go back to where we entered so that we can have the items we need to stop the ones that are waking up the living winds. So would that be a problem to take us back?
I can take you back. But first, you are unwhole. And it motions at you, Claudius and Jimmy. You both feel like you know when you use like an air compressor and you feel that burst of air. It doesn't really hurt, but you can feel it. You feel that where you've been wounded. You both heal 1 point of damage.
Hey, sweet.
Nice.
I'll take it.
You are not whole.
But I do feel better now. I thank you for your help. I hesitate to ask, but I do have another query. If we go back, if you take us back to the rest of our group, could you ferry us to where we need to go?
It's not safe for the Mimi.
I understand. That's
But when
that-
you get to the empty camp, look for the risen stone, and the entrance will be on the other side.
Thank you so much for this information. This is invaluable. Can you discern where we were headed when you found us?
You seek the columns found in the desert.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Those will be where the empty camp is.
And it is empty. There's no life there?
There is something there.
Thank you for the
But
warning.
not a flying, not the living wind.
Okay.
The living wind also shoots crackle.
Like
You
lightning?
should be prepared for that. What your people use to illuminate.
Lightning.
Fire.
Fire?
Maybe. Things that would come from the sky during...
Lightning, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for that information.
Before we go, you said you didn't trust one of the members in our party, and I described Professor Dodge. What about him did you not trust?
He lies about his understanding.
As in, he knows more than he's letting on to?
No.
Or he
As
doesn't
though
know as much.
He seems to know much, but does not. He is not like this one. And the Mimi points at Professor Dalphus, or Hardgrove. He is not like this one. He does not understand things.
Okay, so not that he was going to betray us or he's a danger to us. He just doesn't know
Yeah,
anything,
I mean,
which
he
is dangerous to us. But
well, we did get kind of a glimpse into that, out of character, mind you. We did get a glimpse into that when we were traveling into town, that he complained incessantly about things, and we're like, you have never done this before. So, but, I can help you survive in the...
yeah, but out of character speculation, it's almost like the Mimi saying, like, what he says he knows, he doesn't even know. As far as
he absolutely has no idea.
Right.
He's got book smarts, but it's not any good. Yeah, no.
No, I'm questioning the book smarts. Like, he might not even have that.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he's not a professor. Maybe
Well, he
Cowell's-
is young.
No, you're just old, Dalphus. We've talked about this. I know. Actually, I'm pretty sure Claudius.
That was a Rumtree answer right there.
Claudius is the same age as Hardgrove, but I think Claudius likes to pick at him like Jewel did, because they're played by the same character.
That's fair.
They're played by the same persons. Anyhow, all right. Well, thank you so much. We will do our best to do this for you.
Yes.
We believe that there are many of them.
Yes.
We are few, but we will do what we can. We wish to stop their activities as well.
Is there anything that we need to, besides killing the people that are waking the spirits, is there anything else we need to do to put them to sleep other than just stop those that are waking them up?
The way must be closed.
And then, okay, so who? Okay, dynamite.
So do you mean the door on at the camp? The entrance
where
there
the
to
wind, where the living wind sleeps. That way must be closed.
Okay. Well,
Let's see. Dynamite helped us the last time. It might help us again.
do the living winds sleep in the city?
They sleep in their in part of it.
Okay. Okay.
And then, so during all of this, the other Mimis are just watching. Just the
They
spokesman.
It's clear they're talking among themselves with the wind back and forth.
Okay. But nothing to make Aaron twitchy. Nothing to make him like they're going to attack us or. Okay.
Nope.
Will you be watching us, or is there a way that we can contact you?
We will know.
You will know. We do. Again, I cannot thank you enough. But if we are to make our way and do this for you, we should probably be going, unless there's anything else that you can tell us or are able to tell us to improve our chances.
There's nothing else.
No pressure, guys.
At that, he walks over to the wall, kind of where you walked through, and runs his finger down it, and then pulls it open again.
Okay.
And he motions. He doesn't go through it this time. He just motions.
I guess that is our cue to leave.
Indeed. Thank you once again, and Claudius, I bow at the group of them, and I exit.
Are we about to walk into a sandstorm?
Maybe. We'll find out.
Next week on Illuminated Page.
As you each walk through, you feel the same disorientation again, and you kind of, it's like you kind of fell to the ground. You find yourselves on the ground as the last bits of the sandstorm are leaving.
Nice.
And it's a couple minutes, and the trucks open back up. They threw tarps down and tied them down really tight, and even over the engines, like to keep as much sand out as possible. The three men that came along with you, besides Dodge and Mackenzie, start looking and like making sure that the engines are good and nothing got clogged in them. They start wiping out from around the tires where the sand had built up with some shovels. And Mackenzie looks over at the four of you and says, "Well, were you out here the whole time?"
No, we were in the other truck.
He already knows that we were going somewhere. He's just
That
you'll have to pardon Mr. Lockhart. He's a little sarcastic.
that storm seemed pretty rough. Are you okay?
We are doing actually better than we were before it began. As I said before, Mr. Mackenzie,
You might want to ask too many
there are
questions.
things that unfortunately we have to be about that aren't going to make any sense. And you are the desert expert, and we defer to you on all of that, but when something comes up that we have to deal with, sometimes it's not going to make a whole lot of sense, but trust that we were safe and we are in good health.
So you see that the storm has moved west to east and is now kind of sliding north in the direction you were going.
Okay, so we're kind of following it.
Yeah, they get the trucks all cleaned up. Jimmy, you help the three other guys.
Oh yeah.
The engine has some extra sand in it, but it's really not that bad. You get that cleaned out pretty good. Everything starts back up just fine, and you get started headed again. But the sandstorm seems to stop just beyond where you were. Where Mackenzie seems to think you should be going. You drive for a little while longer and find yourself at what is an empty camp. The party drives. You drive northeast along the stock route. Between a couple of wells, you notice tracks of many vehicles leading from the stock trail into the sandy hills of the north. You followed up. Mackenzie feels pretty confident that this is the right way. And as you kind of pull up, huddled beside a 20-foot high rocky outcropping are a dozen or more tent shells, many head-high stacks of crates, various long tubes and bits, a tiny shack marked explosives, and an undamaged small building with mechanical gear secured on top of it. An old Ford truck rests at the end of the row of tents, although it's squashed and broken like a giant had stepped on it. If anybody wants to give me an intelligence or education roll, or a geology if you have geology.
Okay.
I've rolled a 45, which is a regular success for intelligence.
Okay.
I think I'll let y'all handle this one.
I have a hard success on intelligence.
I don't have it. You said intelligence or geology were the options. Yeah, I didn't pass any of those.
Okay. So this seems to be a mining camp of some sort. Everybody give me a spot hidden as you kind of pile out. Mackenzie thinks this is where you should be looking.
Got a hard success.
I barely got a success. 75, I rolled a 74.
Spot hidden?
Yeah.
Nope, not for me. Is
got
geology
a
going to be
success.
something like you had to be like?
It's like science. You had to specifically pick it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you find a couple of skeletons half buried in the sand, as well as a club with many sharp, small teeth embedded in it.
Interesting. How old does it look? I mean, I'm just picking it up and looking at it.
The club?
Yeah.
It looks like it's dry. It hasn't rotted or anything. It looks like it's still usable. Probably here at the same time that the skeletons were made.
Doc. I pass it over. Pass the club over to Hardgrove.
Take a look at it.
Yeah, the club is 30 inches in length, give or take. If you had to guess, do you remember hearing stories of men being beaten to death with small holes poked into them?
Yep.
This looks like this could
What would
do
do
that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Can I get everybody to give me an intelligence roll? You'll need at least a hard success on that.
Well, I rolled an 18.
I rolled a 13.
Not high.
That is,
I
nope,
rolled
that is
the
just
wrong-
enough for an extreme success.
Oh man,
Okay.
I'm gonna let you
Yeah,
get the
nothing.
extreme success. One more point, I
Okay.
would have had an extreme, but I don't want to spend any points on that. So yeah, I got a hard
Um,
success.
So what you're looking at is this camp is right up against a scarp, which is just rock, like a rock wall that has come up higher than the rest of the ground. From the description you were given, this empty camp is probably what the memes were talking about, and it's likely that what you're looking for is just on the other side of this. But to climb up over would be very difficult.
How high is the area that we would have to climb over?
25 foot, and it's almost sheer straight up.
Mm.
There are some handholds here and there, but it would be a very difficult climb, especially since I don't think any of you are trained climbers.
No. Is there any way around it?
Yeah, you can definitely go around. It's just going to take a little more time.
Sure.
I think it's worth. I think it's worth
I
the
think
time
it's worth
rather
the
than trying to
time
climb
to-
and fall.
Probably
you know.
so.
Not kill ourselves on a.
It is also important to note that that sandstorm has kind of just hovered on the other side of the scarp.
Sure.
You said we saw a shed marked with explosives, right?
Yeah.
I want to go investigate it real quick before we
Okay.
head away from the camp.
The lock on the door has been broken, and the inside of the tiny building is bare, except for 2 stout wooden empty boxes with dovetail joints. Their outsides detail the specification of powerful mining dynamite. They probably held 48 sticks apiece. There are other empty dynamite boxes, but they're weathered and half filled with sand. There's not really much in the explosive shack.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to see if I could stock up a little bit, but I mean, I've got some out in the truck, but free dynamite's always better.
What time of day is it?
It's getting towards nighttime. It's not quite dusk, but it's going to be dusk before too long. It should be noted there is one intact tent. The others are pretty savagely torn, but one of them has been sewn back together pretty carefully.
When we brought stuff to be out overnight, though, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are good for
Okay.
weeks,
So yeah.
multiple weeks.
I'm gonna talk, Mr. Mackenzie.
Yes.
I think it would be best if, at least for tonight, we set up camp here.
That probably would be best. I think we turned too early, and the place we're looking for is on the other side of this scarp.
We do wish to proceed onward toward that. That happens to be, that sounds like a lovely idea. But let's go ahead and camp here for tonight. Might as well kind of check this camp to see if there's anything we can salvage from it, but it looks pretty bare. He says that, and then Claudius, he's like, so pardon me for a second, and he goes over and talks to the group, and he's like, I think we need to look at this tent that's been repaired. Everything else looks pretty barren, but might as well look.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously that tent's someone's been taking care of that tent. Otherwise, it would have been flattened by one of the storms or the wind or something.
Claudius is gonna pull his machete before we go in the tent, just in case.
And I'm
So
gonna
you
say,
open
I was gonna say, Claudius, did you already learn? Don't bring a knife fight to a knife fight. Pull your gun.
The machete looks more threatening, Mr. Lockhart, and doesn't require aiming.
I'd like Claudius.
And
to
I
pull my
walk up
gun.
on like neither does this shotgun. I walk right beside him.
And I pull my handgun out, so we're all ready.
Inside the tent are bits of clothing, fresh matches, tinned food, and empty cans of tinned food, several lanterns, kerosene, and other household items. It is pretty clear that this has been lived in recently.
I really feel like we need to push on. I know you probably disagree with me.
I don't.
How much daylight do we have left, Jimmy? Do you know?
I don't know, but my thing is, that sandstorm just being on the other side of this, I feel like those things are helping us. They've given us cover to get into that camp.
So go to where go where we're meant to go, and then set up camp there.
I don't even know that.
That.
I mean,
I agree with you. I agree
yeah.
with you about the Mimi, Jimmy. I do.
but
We have not rested in over 12 hours.
well, whatever we do, if we don't go up there, we need to put the trucks between us and that cliff. Because otherwise, whatever could come down off that cliff is going to fall right on this camp.
I don't disagree with that. But I'm also worried that since we're losing daylight, that if we rush up there blindly, that we could also run into whatever could come off of that.
How far are we
cliff at us.
talking, Matt? I mean, are we talking like, could we leave Mackenzie and Dodge here, and the four
Yeah, a
of
couple
us?
hours by foot, probably.
Well, could we take one of the trucks?
Yes. However, none of you are super familiar with driving in the outback. That could be pretty dangerous.
Okay. Couple hours on foot. I mean, we're gonna be tired by the time we get hit there, especially if we're carrying any kind of any of our gear.
Well,
I vote for driving around it, and setting up camp when we get to where we need to be.
We would have to take one of the drivers with us.
they'll hear it coming too, though.
Can I get everybody to roll me a listen?
I did not
That's
hear a thing.
success.
Not a success.
Jimmy, did you get a success, Dalphus?
Hang on. Looking. No.
Jimmy, you hear a yelp,
Crap.
and when you turn to look, you see about half a dozen dog-like shapes kind of at the lip of a nearby dune.
Oh, that's great.
Do you point it out to the group?
Yeah. Dingoes or wolves?
You can't really tell. Then you do hear almost immediately after you kind of motion towards it, a human whistle, and the animals retreat down the dune and out of sight.
Well, they know we're here now.
I guess we push on.
Great.
They were gonna. Well, according to you, Jimmy, they were gonna know we were coming anyway.
Well, yeah, but now we also have not only people, but we have dogs to fight.
Well, if the dingoes. Never mind. I was going to do a bad joke. Never mind. I'm not going there.
Yeah. We don't even know if that was not necessarily from the side where the where we're headed, right? This was a dude.
It's actually it's the opposite direction of
Yeah.
the scarp.
We have no idea that whoever that was, that could be someone who lives in the desert. There are groups of people. There are people groups that live out here.
How far away is that dune?
Far enough or close enough that you guys could run up after it and try and chase down whoever it was.
Nah. I had to argue with myself. I'm not in the best health.
I was
right this
almost
moment.
expecting us to start hearing gunfire, like one of the survivalists was like, "Oh, dogs!" Pew, pew, pew. But okay. Well, I leave the tent and I'm gonna go talk to Mackenzie again, unless somebody else wants to.
No, let's get it
Uh,
together.
If he's working on like getting stuff, I'll be like, Miss Mackenzie, hold, belay that. I am so sorry. After looking at this tent, it does look like this has been lived in. I don't know if this is the safest place for us to stay.
I mean, where do you want to head? We've only got maybe an hour worth of daylight left.
Can
Can
we
we
drive
drive
an
up
hour
around
towards where we're going and then set camp there?
We
We'd
can
just
go
like
back
to.
down the road.
We'd like
Yeah,
to
go
get.
ahead.
I'm sorry. We'd like to get up around this stone here. This raised stone.
We can try and get around it. I don't know how the sand will be around it, but we can get going that way.
If we can do that, I would greatly appreciate it. We've gotten some information that seems to be where we need to be headed.
Okay. So everybody kind of packs back in pretty quickly. They hadn't really unpacked that much. And you guys start heading south along the scarp. Can I get a luck roll from Jimmy?
Luck, okay. I'm feeling lucky. And that is a success.
Fantastic. As you're kind of driving along, the second truck goes a little closer to the scarp than the first truck, and begins to sink as the sand kind of crumbles beneath it. It's just not packed the same, and it gets stuck in a way that it's going to take you guys a while to get it out of there.
How far did we
If
get?
you can get it out of them. You're maybe a quarter of a mile away from where you were.
And how much farther on foot is where we were wanting to go?
You're looking at a couple of hours walking, so a couple more miles.
In the dark.
We're done. We're here.
What does that mean?
Mackenzie says, I mean, we can pull it out, but it'll probably be easier in the morning, as long as that.
Nope, that's fine.
As long as that sandstorm doesn't come back this way, but I don't know why it's just sitting there.
You know, sometimes weather just doesn't do what you want it to do.
Meteorology's just crazy in this area.
How high up is the this cliff above us?
25 feet.
25 feet.
And it's still pretty sheer even here, correct?
Yeah. There's not really anywhere to dig in and climb.
The sides of the truck, are they wood?
No, they're canvas.
Okay.
I say we make camp here, dig the truck out in the morning, and keep heading that way. I think we're far enough away that I feel confident we can pitch the tents close to the truck to help give us some cover.
Yeah.
Or even just, and just hunker down here, get some rest, get ready, and we can pull the truck out in the morning and continue to head our way along the escarpment and get to where we need to go.
I'm fine with that.
That's
Okay. That's actually going to be a good place for us to stop for the night.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys set up camp. Kind of camp right there. The night goes fine, no big deal. But hey, if you are watching now and you have not hit the follow button, now is the time to do it because it's exciting and fun. Our followers get to give rerolls once a month. So if you want to give some rerolls to people, go ahead and message me for this game. For Growing Shadows, message John.
Yep.
At Passion Nerdly. I'm Quiett82. Or you can message Quiett Gentleman and just tell us who you want to give rerolls to.
Yep.
You can also subscribe. There's a little cost to you, but it helps us out. If you wanted to do that here on Twitch, if you have a Prime account, an Amazon Prime account, you get a free subscription every month. We'd be happy to take that off your hands. That doesn't cost you anything. And then you can always buy bits. I don't know if we have talked about that. There's no real reward for buying bits right now, but we're going to work on that.
It just supports the channel, and yeah, we are working on that. Right now, I believe, we're working on that. Hopefully by the next stream, the next Illuminated Page stream, we'll have a little bit more info on that. But any support you'd like to throw at us is definitely appreciated and goes to improving the look and quality of the stream and allows us to interact with you even more.
Yep. Next week is Growing Shadows. This will be the second game back, correct?
Yes. And so.
And the last one went really well. We had a really good turnout in chat, and we'd love to see some more folks there.
There was a time skip, wasn't there, from the last session to this session?
There was.
About 7 months, I think. Oh, there we go.
Hey, look at that.
We got some bits.
Awesome. Thank you.
So, Phil, thanks for the bits. We'll get you some rewards when we figure out what we're doing with them. But we won't forget the bits. I think we appreciate it a lot.
Yes, we do. We do.
So yeah, check us out on Facebook and Twitter. You can see all of our tweeters. All of our Twitters down below our names. You can also find links for that on the main page. And if you type exclamation mark Facebook, it'll give you a link to the Facebook page. Does it do the same for Twitter?
I did not have the Twitter quickly handy, but I believe we're just Quiett Gentlemen on Twitter as well.
Right on, and you can do the same with YouTube, and they'll take you to the YouTube channel where you can subscribe there as well for free. and be updated whenever we put things out.
And we do have some promotions going on. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, we would love to reach 100. If we reach 100 on Quiett Gentleman or on Passionately Productions, you know, there will be some in-game benefit to that once we hit those 100 level marks. We just want to stop being, you know, youtube.com/17UGH 8470,000. You know, we want to be Quiett Gentlemen there as well. But follow us on all the other things. We link to everything on our Facebook and on our Twitters. So
and then we will be back on Tuesday with Tomes of Isolation, or Tome of, is it singular tome?
Nope, it's tomes, because we've done several.
Plural tomes, so many of them.
So many tomes.
What is the link to Passion Nerdly's YouTube channel?
I don't have that
Let me.
quickly, but we
I'm
can.
gonna see if I can pull it up.
I was gonna say we can drop it in the chat real fast. Don't worry about not having the Facebook. Do you need a link for the YouTube? Is that what you're asking, Belial Azazel?
That is I just posted the Passion Nerdly YouTube.
And I just sent the command for the Quiett Gentleman one, so please
and
follow us there.
Facebook is north of that one. So and follow us and check us out. And then we have a Star Trek game coming up in January. I'm going to start hyping it now because I'm hyped for it.
Sounds good.
The Voyages of was a project we started a while back to be a podcast, and then it just didn't get started quite right. We're going to come back and touch on that, where you can follow the adventures of the USS Serenitatis in the Gamma Quadrant after the Dominion War. So if you're into Star Trek, we're going to have 9 or 10 players and a rotating GM and rotating people on the screen. So it'll be a little different. It won't be the same people playing every week, but it will be a continuous story that deals with just us. So that we will be the crew of the USS Serenitatis. Looking forward to that quite a bit. That should be a lot of fun.
Yep, we're gonna have a good time with that. So.
And I think we're also going to try and get some guest stars in for that too. I know that there are people here locally that I think would be very happy to be
like to pop
part
in
of that.
now and again.
Yeah. So I think that'll do us for tonight. Anything else we need to promote?
I don't think so. I am going to throw out, thanks for the redemption on the channel points there. We are going to start working on those. If you hover over your channel points icon down in the lower left, which is right now, it usually just looks like a little bubble, you'll see that they're called Cthulhu's, and those are going to be redeemable for in-game. You can influence in some small way. We'll figure out all that stuff. It's easier in different games, but in Call of Cthulhu, it's a little crazier. Maybe you can spend some channel points to force a luck advance, maybe mid-game for folks. But
or make me reroll damage dice.
Yeah, or make yeah. And, and if you spend enough channel points, maybe crit fail that damage dice. Auto.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see.
Who knows?
You might have to watch a lot of Quiett Gentlemen. I do want to point out real quick, we do have a few days left in the month, about a week now, and we do have, it is still September. So if you aren't a subscriber to this channel, if you set up a recurring subscription in the month of September, whether it's a month, 3-month recurring, or a 6-month recurring, you get to enjoy a nice discount on the length of that subscription. So if it's a 1-month recurring, first month you get a 25% or 20% discount. 3-month recurring, you get a 25% discount for the first 3 months, and if it's a 6-month recurring, you get a 30% discount for the first 6 months. So we do invite you to take part in that. It's not as free as a Twitch Prime, or I think they call it Prime Gaming now. It's not as free as that, but it is definitely cheaper than $5.99. And we will have some custom stuff. Go ahead, Matt.
I was just gonna say, that's great. Roxy, we can see you tomorrow.
I will be back on Twitch tomorrow night at twitch.tv/Lore Explorers, so LOREXPLORERS, and I will be reprising my role as Saint Louis Dufresne, a Templar in the Wasted West of Hell on Earth Reloaded in the Savage Worlds system. So please join us there. We all should have died last week. We didn't. but we should have. And Saint Louis pretty much said "F it" and walked out of a dungeon at one point because he determined that it was going to blow, and it was. We were going to go up in a nuclear waste if we don't get out of this area within a short amount of time. So,
and 2 weeks from yesterday, you're back with Ravenloft.
Yep, every Wednesday before this show. So we're on Thursdays. The Wednesday just before that, it's another fortnightly show. You can catch me on twitch.tv/CFTRPG for Savage Ravenloft, which is a Savage Worlds Rippers Resurrected port of The Curse of Strahd from D&D. So, and last night was the beginning of the one with the haunted house. And I had come face to face with some sort of ghouly at the very end. So we'll see how that goes.
Right on. So yeah, check all those out. We will be here next week with Growing Shadows, and then 2 weeks we'll be back with Illuminated Page, where our people will all die in the desert and we'll make new characters. It'll be fun.
Hey,
tonight
was supposed to be the night to die.
I thought Wycroft was going to kill a majority of us.
I cannot believe how well that combat went for you guys. You got some luck.
I am very happy, very, very happy. Yeah, I like the suggestion in chat that maybe channel points can force a sanity check.
I'm fine with that.
That could be
good.
an interesting chaos mechanic to throw in there.
Yeah.
So, but I think I speak for us all when I say we all had a really great time tonight. We appreciate y'all joining us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate
all
everybody
right,
for coming and watching us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we will see you guys on Tuesday.
We'll be back.
Bye.
Have a good night, y'all.
Night, everybody.
Bye.